Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm
Morning.
already like 3 quarters for to finish this. Like,
I know my coffee's already gone. As I got
oh
ready,
no, we had a previous coffee break for this coffee break.
a little Web3 therapy beforehand. And I'm trying
No,
to
we're,
post
we're
still.
we're going for session 2, but this one is gonna be fun, more fun. So, good morning to all the builders. How are you? As you know, the industry is starting to get a little bit loud. We have seen a lot of launches happening, and somehow the games that matter still take time. Today, we're going to um, really have a lot of news for this segment of news. We have Ben. He is the founder of Kokomo Games, so he's not going to be saying any news. We unless the public wants him to say a news.
I can think
Uh,
of some news. There's a lot of news coming. I can think of some.
but like we really want him to talk about what is happening with his project. And how are you, Venho?
I'm doing good.
Oh no!
Horrible timing. No.
No. Okay.
You know
What
what? I'm glad it wasn't
happened?
me.
She's back. She's back.
I'm still trying to share. I haven't streamed to the arena so long. We've got like already a lot of people in here saying like we've missed you. It's been a long time. How have you been? We've got new followers. Welcome. But setting that up, I forgot there's an easy mode and a pro mode. And if you use Restream, you have to use the pro mode. Well, I chose easy mode because I think everything in life should be easy. So I'm a little late to the GMs. So I'm trying to get that done. My morning, though, is really good. I'm wearing my Minecraft pajama pants here. You can't see them. But I felt like we needed some type of gaming to go with gaming. So I'm really excited to talk about this today. I think a lot of people have heard us like, we miss gaming, we miss being in game nights. And so I think that this interesting podcast will definitely be for you guys.
Yes, absolutely. And also, we're gonna, of course, we're gonna go into the segment for that episode. But today we're gonna be focused a lot into that long-term thinking and definitely that community that has been like really requesting to have like more enhanced activations around. I feel like from New Year's, Christmas, everyone was like, yeah, I just don't want to think about anything that is happening online. And now we're kind of going back into the motion. Thanks
I
for
think
that.
so, yeah.
Yes, people are starting to like, start the year. So we're bringing that because I feel like a lot of us deactivate our build mode, option through December. Not me. I was on a hackathon.
She did a hackathon.
I was on a hackathon. I was building on Christmas.
Yeah.
But I know that a lot of people also took the month off for them to like focus and themselves. And so super excited to start with a little bit of the news of what has happened. So first, I want to share this one because I think this one is going to be very important. Where is my AVAX news?
Where is my AVAX news?
Where is my
Where
AVAX
is my
news?
super suit?
Yes.
Should I have
So,
prepared some AVAX news?
Well,
no,
hold
we
on.
we
Have
it
you
here.
heard of any AVAX news in the timeline?
There's been some, but
There's a lot.
you guys, I don't wanna do your guys steal your thunder or anything. So
No,
Yes,
no.
yes. So we have one of like the biggest news yesterday. Avalanche actually, had its first ever AVAX ETF, now tradable on Nasdaq, introducing Vavax. And one of like the biggest and major things that has happened is that actual Vanik had AVAX Anons participating with them. There was like a whole thing happening. I actually
Yes.
retweeted. I was so excited for them. But yeah, so VAVX is already tradable on Nasdaq. And I am super excited for this step from AVAX. I know that they are really trying to go into that institutional fact and want to like beat that bridge. So I'm sure this is like a really good, a really, really, really good, important news for them. But I really want to see the Vanik thing. I think it's here. They tweeted it. They talk also about on-chain stocks are the future. The other guys give you the derivative. So we had Dinari Global talking about what's been happening on chain, and they have been also I think Avalanche Foundation just partnered with Ether ecosystem.
So they've
Um,
actually been a partner for over a year, but Aether is really important to our infrastructure. It adds that light speed that everybody needs, and it uses cloud storage. So I was really excited about this in the gamer aspect because this wasn't something they had introduced yet whenever they announced it. It was kind of like right before we got off the grid. And I had to do a deep dive into Aether in order to make content for Avalanche and like put it out on my page. And this one was really intriguing because it is AI, it is a cloud storage. Like there's a lot of different things that blockchains actually need with Aether, and it was probably the smartest partnership I've seen.
Yes. So basically, they're going to be offering every single builder and project that is participating in the InfraBiddle AI. They're going to have access to Ether Cloud, so they can complement each other. So imagine that's going to be amazing for those builders. We saw that the ETF for Vanek also was in NASDAQ. We saw it in New York. I feel like Avax is giving a lot of like Wall Street type of like.
It is giving Wall Street vibes. Also, oops, wait, hold up. I forgot I had these. I have some off the grid Santa sweaters I need to give away. I have 10. So the first person to comment can get one. But I have Santa sweaters to go with off the grid. I've just been a really terrible person.
Giving them away in January.
Yeah, 2 of them. I have until the 31st. You have until the 31st to claim it. So I'll give 2 people who comment off the grid.
Your Christmas jumpers now.
Yeah.
So I guess off the grid is right now on Blaze stream. Blaze rewards engagement, not just streamers, but the viewers backing them. Off the grid is bringing competitive play to that model. The partnership is live, and there are going to be some details on it. I'm excited for the Blaze team having this partnership. That's amazing. Also, we saw a big partnership between Typical and Core Wallet. Basically, you can now use Core to send tips on Typical. Whether you're tipping friends, creators, or community members, value flows faster on Avax native wallet.
You can now on ramp money into Typical and off ramp it as well. So that's really exciting.
Yes, and don't forget that the Build Games Avalanche 1 million virtual hackathon is live. So if you are actually building in the space and you are looking where to put that project or your product, I think this will be a great opportunity for you. I have seen a lot of people actually building. You have to kind of build in public for this type of it's not a hackathon because it's going to be a competition because it's Avery said it's not a hackathon, it's a competition. So I'm excited.
Builder competition.
It's a builder competition.
Not specifically games, guys.
Yes, it's not about games. It's about everything. Like if you want to put a game, that's cool, but it can be anything else. So I'm excited. I guess right now it has been mostly.
I think the rest is going to be about Avax.
Yeah, for sure. But in other amazing news, also we have a big one that happened today. I'm going to show also that one, but we have this one here that I think it has a video. Here, let's go for it. There we go. So USAT is going to be the digital dollar that moves at internet speed, always 1-1 instant. It's basically going to be Tether is working on USAT that will be a dollar-backed stablecoin designed for internet age. You can spend, send, and receive money instantly. And it's crazy. Did you saw the video? I mean,
I did see it, and I thought, oh, this is great. And then I just thought, like,
we are about to go live.
Well, we have to.
How America is this though to have its own Tether?
So let's go. Let's watch it.
We are about to go live.
Are you ready?
Green across the board.
Copy that. Standing by for terminal count. It's time. Send it.
USAT is now live. Your digital dollar, always one-to-one with the US dollar. The dollar that moves at internet speed, just like you do. Send it directly to anyone, anywhere. USAT, the people's digital dollar.
Okay, this is giving AI.
It is giving AI. I was like, I had this thought yesterday. I saw that there was a new movie in theaters, and I was like, this entire movie was made with AI, and I'm like, is this what we're entering into? Like, I talked about this last week where I was like, AI is going to be this point where we can't tell what's real and what's not anymore. But for now, it's like,
I mean, there is a part in the video. You can see the girl that is like the blonde girl that is like doing like this. That one looks pretty real. But then the other things, like,
yeah, then it gets to the next person, and you're like, his hair isn't quite right.
yeah, like, there's something here. It's not good. But like, I really, I'm excited about this. I wonder how USDC is going to kind of move after having. Maybe you're going to have more options.
Maybe.
I
don't know.
Is this what USA is going to go for? It's not going to be USDC. It's going to be USAT.
I had this same thought.
Was this because Coinbase went to UK? I'm just putting the questions here.
It's kind of funny. It's like us at USAT, USA. I don't know. I'm calling it the America coin. So, anyways, we're not here to talk about America and Eagles. We're here to talk about Kokomo today. So,
yes. So Kokomo came out actually 3 hours ago. It came out with an amazing announcement here. I have it here. But we're going to go more talk about what is happening because they have a weekly Discord giveaway. If you're not participating, what are you doing? Because you can catch it live on Blaze stream. But before we go into this news, I think it's time for us to go to our next segment where we can talk with Ben. So Ben can drop the bombs live, as I said in the tweet, right? We really wanted that. So, I'm going to go for, first, Ben, how are you? Give us an intro. Welcome to the BUIDLmode coffee break. How are you feeling?
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me. We've been talking about this for a while, actually, so it's really cool to be here. And also saw some people watching that I've talked to recently as well. So hi to everyone, doing good. We've also kind of been in reverse, actually, like you were saying. We didn't take any breaks over Christmas. We've been building this whole time, and we're in kind of like a interesting position that me personally I've never really been in yet before, because usually you start the year and you have your roadmap and then you get started with everything for the whole year and you're trying to tick things off. But we've kind of done things in reverse where we've started the year and we've been finishing things, and then so from now on we kind of have like the open runway to get going now. So I guess that's like a large part of why I'm here, and we're going to go into it, everything that's coming up, but it's super exciting time. So yeah, good to be here, and thanks for having me, and looking forward to this chat.
Oh my God, I'm super excited, and I'm going to start because a lot of people use what's Kokomo, but I really wanted to ask, if someone hears Kokomo for the first time, how will you describe it?
Yeah, I mean, the concept is really simple. I would say, like, not kind of reinventing any wheels, just taking things that exist and that are fun and that have been done well already, and then sort of adding our spin on it. But what we do is really kind of quite simple. We're a skill gaming platform, so that means you can think of games like Snake, Tetris, Ludo, kind of classic casual games that you probably grew up playing, how to play, maybe you still play a lot. And then basically we're just wrapping them into competitive formats. So you can play them against friends, you can play them 1v1 against strangers, you can join tournaments. We're about to roll out a single player mode where you kind of play against yourself. But the idea with all of this is that you're playing them to make real money as well. So the easiest example would be like saying, hey, you and me, let's play a game of Snake. We both put $5, and whoever has the highest score before midnight wins the pot, basically. So the concept's really simple. It's successful. It's been out there before. It's done before, but we're kind of, like I said, bring it all together and putting our own spin on it, bringing it to Web3, because I think there have been a few attempts, but nothing really kind of too good yet that's stuck. So that's kind of the angle we're taking. And then also kind of, I think we're in a really good time for it at the moment with this kind of rise of prediction markets, and everyone's always kind of gambling on stuff now as well. So we're kind of riding that wave, bringing it back to the gaming side of things, and just trying to package it up into something super fun where you can also rinse your friends for a few bucks here and there, which is always good fun. So
I love that. Like, maybe I should share the website, but I did want to ask, like, how did you come up with the name for Kokomo? Because as soon as I hear this song, I think Jamaica, ooh, I wanna take it. And so I asked ChatGTP last night. I'm like, if you were to tell me anywhere in the world, where is Kokomo? And it was like, Kokomo isn't a place, it's a feeling. And I'm like, oh, so now I'm like,
you know what? I didn't actually. It's like the Beach Boys song, right?
Yeah,
like,
it's such a good one. It's been in my head since we've talked.
When I thought of this in the name, I didn't even know that song existed. And then, like, I'm not even joking, for like 3 months, every time I told people the name of the company, they were like, "Oh, like the Beach Boys," and I was just like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I had no idea like what I was talking about.
It's so funny because, Ben Hoke told me, that Kokomo is like, I searched it and she told me everything. And I'm like, oh, now it makes sense.
Yeah, I was like, this is a place where you want to go, where you get the feeling. So you might use that. I don't know, but it was so funny.
It was kind of random, honestly. I had no idea. That was not intentional, but I guess it's kind of fun.
I love it.
I don't know. Like, I was just on a walk one day, and it was like in Miami, walking under the palm trees. I was like coconuts and stuff. And then I was just Googling like random beaches around the world, and actually like found this place called Kokomo Beach, apparently.
Yeah, I saw it.
And I thought it was well. That's it.
I love it.
Awesome.
And so, like, is that how you got that theme? I know this isn't in our outline. I'm so sorry, but there are questions I've had, and like while we're on this small frame window where I can ask these questions, I'm like, I love it. So the coconut, is that why you're just walking by the palm trees and you're like, I don't know, Kokomo Beach, coconut, such a vibe. Like, let's make them personable, NFTs, like PFP.
Pretty much, yeah. It's like a nice IP. It's like there's so many angles you can take with it. Like, obviously, a lot of really successful games over the years have kind of been like island jungle style. You need to have a mascot. Yeah. It just fit really well. And I don't remember where it is exactly, like which island the actual Kokomo Beach is on, but for whatever reason, it was just in my brain. I think I'd been talking about it with someone that week or something. So just Googled it, and it worked well. But then quite quickly we decided, like, the Kokomons that we have are PFPs, like our little logo, our mascot. There's one behind me. We just thought it's super cool, so we just rolled with it.
It is in Curacao.
That's it. There you go. Yeah.
Kokomo.
Who knows?
Kokomo. I love it. What kind of player are you guys building this for specifically?
Yeah, I like there's honestly, the demographic is so wide, and that makes part of the job when you think about distribution a bit hard. Like when you're thinking about ICPs and who is your kind of like persona that you're targeting. But I would kind of like take it back to the UX that we want to build. It's I don't know, for me, I used to play loads of games growing up, spend hours on them, super deep into all the lore. I knew everything about every character. This one has this rank does this talent does that. I don't have time for that anymore, but I still like sit and pull my phone out every now and then, play games. So I think that's kind of like the angle that it's for. It's about, like I said, it's games we already know how to play. We know they work. We know they're fun. They've been around for years. But then we package it into an experience where within 30 seconds, you can have played a game of Tetris and made some money, for example, which is like pretty cool. So that's kind of like the angle we're going for. So whoever the person that ends up looking like on the end of that, whatever they are, whoever they look like, wherever they live, whatever, I'm not sure, to be honest.
Yeah,
but
that's me.
It's the kind of person that just wants to have some fun, quick.
I
you
saw
know.
Tetris and I was like, we're doing this.
Yeah.
I hadn't played in years, and then the dev team shipped it. They
I
were like,
was very good. So I had a Nokia. So my
Yeah.
Nokia.
Bricked up.
Hello. I played Snake. I was really good though.
Some say that her phone is still on in the dump somewhere today, alive.
yeah,
No.
still running.
I mean, I don't think so. I
I
don't think
bet
so.
it is. That thing is a brick. That
It
was the
definitely
only
could
phone I
be.
never broke was my Nokia brick.
The Nokia,
Yeah.
it was impressive how good it
so
was. That
It
phone.
was
But
so good.
it was so good. I had what was do you
Back then.
remember your points on Snake? Your
No,
Nokia?
I wasn't into Snake on my Nokia. I was more into like I didn't have Tetris on my Nokia. My thing was I think it had solitaire. I'm a solitaire girly.
Ooh, solitaire, yes.
I was solitaired up, but I had Tetris on my Game Boy. Like I was obsessed. That was my first game I got. Like that and like some Little Mermaid game, and I don't know. And then Pokemon took over. But like he's saying, like I don't have time to remember characters or get into the lore of things like I did like as a kid. So
I think like
Yeah.
the max that I did was like 124 if I'm not mistaken points. But I saw
That's
one guy
crazy.
made like 700 something.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
We have a max
Yeah.
score on our Snake game, and someone hit it once, and I can tell you off the top of my head, we've had like hundreds of thousands of attempts on Snake, and someone's hit it once. So that was like
It's
the
very
craziest
hard.
thing we ever
It's
saw.
very
We thought
hard.
we were like, this has got to be cheating, and we checked like all the logs, we checked all the anti-cheat. He even was screen recording. It was like 10-minute video.
Oh
It was
my
crazy.
gosh.
There is an actual person that he wrote about this. So his maximum score on an old Nokia was 781. He basically said that he didn't eat for a few hours. I'm like, wow. I'm like,
Jeez. But like when you play that, right? So like I was addicted to Neopets. I don't know if you guys were, but I love Neopets for gaming. And they had like a Snake vibe on there. And I mean, you start to get like a pattern of how you can kind of go with it in order to get the longest chain. But at the end of the day, you hit the end and then
exactly.
so I don't know. What's the highest score you can get? 1,000?
It depends.
In a Snake in the old Nokia.
Yeah. Like think about it. Like if you're constantly just growing the chain, what is the max score you can get? Because like you would have to run out of space at some point. Unless you're
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Way.
Like I think you need like a degree of skill to be able to get to that like mastery of Snake. Sounds ridiculous, but like to be able to get that long. But then there's also an element of you just got to be able to be like mentally strong to maintain it until you get to that point where you've made it as big as it can go, which is a skill in itself too.
So like
yeah.
it says Nokia Snake classic models like the 3310. Many versions technically don't have a fixed max score, but the score can keep increasing. Some players reported that they make between 1,000 to 2,000 points.
And I just realized what type of gamer I am not. So
And like some versions cap around 9,000 or overflow due to memory limits. Like, whoa. That's crazy. But I mean, what are you been intentionally not doing that other projects do?
It's a good question. When I saw you that one, I was thinking that's a really interesting one. I think it kind of goes back to what I said before about just keeping things simple and keeping things, within 30 seconds you reach your aha moment. And I think like it's something we discussed a lot. But I would say we are a Web3 project, right? Like everything's on chain. We have NFT collections. We've done a million different things, but we're actually trying to keep a lot of stuff off chain, which maybe sounds a bit counterintuitive. But I think like again, when you have to think about really scaling things, and then you think about wallets, and you think about you have to mint this pack to be able to get this NFT, which lets you vote on this, which then lets you open this game or whatever. It just gets way too complicated. And when you consider that Candy Crush has over $5 million per day, or whatever the number exactly is, spent on IAPs, for example, why would you put a barrier of lots of on-chain things in the way of that? And so when you kind of want to think about the simple, quick, light experience that you want people to play, that's super sticky and easy to pick up and put down and whatnot, I don't think that's actually like a smart thing to do. So whilst we are building a Web3 project, if our thesis, your thesis, everyone in the industry's thesis is that eventually, you know, we're going to have those billion plus on-chain users, why would we make it more complicated for them to get there? So like, we use the tech that we need that is undeniable, like in the sense of, like, I say this all the time, we have users in India, South America, UK, Africa, like literally every corner of the globe. If I said to my mom 20 years ago, I have these users and they can all pay and play like together, it would be crazy. But with Web3 and stable coins and so on, like, you can do that. So that's like the really big unlock that makes a lot of sense. But then we're intentionally not going deeper than that on the other elements, when, I don't know, there's a lot of projects that are super successful with this and make a lot of money out of it too. But I think long term, it's probably not the smartest thing for the UX we want to build. So that's kind of like, I would say, one thing that we're intentionally doing. We're deciding not to go too deep into the Web3 side of things, but obviously leveraging just what we really need from it.
Yeah, that hit with me and Luana so hard. That was probably one of the things we always say about projects is you have, like, if we want regular users, it's got to be simple. Like, keep it simple, stupid. Seal it with a kiss. That was like a clothing brand back in the States back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. And I think when you're in the building process as a founder, you kind of see the amount of narratives that are around, and then you kind of try to like build on top, but then you think about it, you're like, if I do this, then it's gonna overcomplicate the whole procedure of like the accessibility, you know, maybe in the terms of like how sustainable this is going to be. It can drastically make it more difficult for you know, new people to kind of understand it or interact with. And when you're doing you know, a game in this case, and try to make it fun and make it simple, you know, even the simple part can be very difficult, you know, because you have so many personas in gaming, so many that you start thinking about it a lot. But I really love that you're trying to keep it just straightforward, you know, into the point, what you have to do, and it brings that accessibility, and it has so many options. But we're gonna go, you know, more on that when Van Ho goes for this question.
What I think this is such a good question. What does success look like for Kokomo? Can I even speak? What does success look like for Kokomo?
This is like, oh wow, yeah, that's a good question as well. Could go so far and so wide with this as well, but it actually ties into what we were just talking about. I think like what we see at the moment is that we have a really broad vision of a wide ecosystem of different games, skill games, competition modes, real money earning opportunities. Like, kind of, there's so many ways you can take this: on-ramping, trading, whatever. Everyone has like 400 different apps for their gaming, their gambling, their crypto, their on-ramping, off-ramping, their exchanges, whatever. There's like a million ways we could take this, and very broad, and it could tie it all together very well. But I think ultimately, you know, we want to bring in a lot of users, and tying back to what we were just saying about keeping it simple for people that, you know, they maybe know a little bit about crypto now. They kind of, basically everyone's heard the 3 letters NFT by now or whatever, you know. and making a platform where those users can come and use it really simply. And then if we find that the skill games are the big hit that people are coming for, or if we find our new football prediction platform is the game that is the hit that people come for, having the UX where we can onboard all those people and have them understand it and buy into it and use it smoothly is kind of going to be what success looks like. And I think the best thing with this is that we started to see that a lot of the time we, for example, as part of the onboarding, we'll say like, we're guiding them through the platform, then we want them to take an action, and then you reward the action. And one of the actions that we reward with is with one of our NFTs. And so for a Web3 user, it's like, oh, that's cool. I can come on and get a free NFT just by signing up and doing the onboarding. That's great. But what I really love is when I see, for example, friends of friends that I went to high school with, they come to the new platform and they say like, oh, look, I got an NFT. And then they screenshot it and they like kind of know what it is. They probably have no idea like how to get it out of their wallet or whatever. But then they screenshot it and they send it in the group chat being like, I wonder if Jake Paul is going to buy this from me or not. And I think it's that kind of crossover where it's most exciting, because you have people that they've heard about meme coins. Maybe they've bought one by now. They know about NFTs. They probably have a bit of Bitcoin. I think like most people in the world are going to in the next 5-10 years. And if we're capturing them and we're on that wave, then we're going to be successful. So I think really just kind of angling ourselves in that position is where we want to be.
I love that. I think that you're right. Like, I don't think that's a lot of things that a lot of people think about either when they're going into game development and, thinking about the rest of the world too, because it's so easy to get into this niche and forget what it was like coming in here as a normal everyday user. So like the fact that you're thinking of all of these aspects at once, like towards the success of Kokomo, like that is to me just like the smartest thing. So
yes. And we're entering to our next segment, because I know we spoke about Kokomo, the essence of it, but now we're going to go more into the founder. And this is one of the things about the build mode coffee break, because we have so many founders that actually watch this show, and so many founders that learn from other founders. Sometimes we don't have a spot where we can talk about how we feel building in public, right? And this behind the scenes is so important because it encourages other founders to talk about these topics, partner, collaborate together, and grow together, which is, part of the build mode. So what's your background, Ben? Like, how did it lead you here to this, to this space, to Web3, to this ecosystem?
I don't know, like this is so weird. I feel like if you just looked at me on paper, you wouldn't think that this is like what I do, to be honest. And also if you like met me 20 years ago, you probably wouldn't think so either, or even 10 years ago. But yeah, I mean, I would say like I'm not actually that much of a gamer. I was a massive gamer as a kid, but then kind of went away from it a little bit, fell in love with sports, played internationally as a junior, and then
no way. That's cool.
Yeah, joined a semi-pro team when I was like 16 or something. Pro team actually when I was 16, and then always like school was important for me, so wanted to do well there. And then basically like wanted to go to university. And I actually went and got my law degree while still playing semi-pro basketball.
Wow.
And then decided that it's not really like Suits makes out. It was a lot of reading, a lot of books, and like I did well at it. I can
such a good anything. Show.
Yeah.
Harvey? Oh, okay. Hey Harvey, that's your new nickname.
Yeah. It wasn't really quite for me.
Yeah.
So then I'd actually been taking a lot of like finance classes and stuff as well. So then I switched over to finance and got my master's in finance, which was kind of it was just math. Like it was quite easy, so that was cool. But then because I've been playing sport like my whole teenage years, I really wanted to just actually dedicate like all my time, 100% of the time to it, and not have to juggle school and degrees and whatever at the same time. So from there, actually, I got an agent and I decided to play pro after university. So signed to play. Then COVID happened, which was like horrible timing, my rookie season, which wasn't wasn't great, but we kind of got to continue a little bit. Wasn't amazing. So decided to get like a real job. So then went back into finance. I was at a fund in London. We were trading oil derivatives, basically, so OTC trader,
Okay.
more traditional like TradFi stuff.
Yeah.
Still was playing part time as well. And then this was actually like true story. This was all kind of happening during COVID, and then COVID kind of ended, everything like lifted up, and decided like, you know what, I want to move countries, I want to go somewhere new, I want to try something new. So just started applying for jobs like randomly all over the world. This is a true story with my fiance. And we basically said the first city that we both get a job. So we were applying like Paris, Rome, like whatever, like New York, like all over the world.
Oh my
First
God.
city, we both get a job, which is going to quit our current jobs and just go. And that ended up being in Vienna. And I got offered a job at Bitpanda, if you guys know Bitpanda, the exchange in Europe. So that's kind of when I moved over into crypto professionally, full time. I'd always been dabbling, you know, like everyone has their story of, I bought Bitcoin in 2014 and stuff. Like, when we were in school still, I remember we were doing this investment class, and me and my friends, we all like put like at the time an unhealthy amount of our allocation into Bitcoin. So like we'd always,
which was
kind
the
of been
smart
around
move
space.
now.
Yeah, in hindsight, like we crushed that class.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then so yeah. Anyway, moved over to Bitpanda. Was there like quite early. Like experienced the really hyper growth we had. Was super cool, awesome company. Like loved the product, so great. And from there, then one of my clients just called me up one day, and he said to me, "Hey, do you remember LimeWire?" I was like, "Yeah, obviously. Like I grew up on the internet, of course." And he said, like, "Yeah, we just acquired it, and we want to launch a Web3 version of LimeWire. Do you want to come join?" So then from Bitpanda, I was like, "When is this opportunity ever going to come to do Web3 LimeWire?" So I jumped over to LimeWire, was basically leading the token launch there. So I don't know, maybe some people even bought some, but we raised over $17 million. I was leading like everything from the private token sale all the way through to the go-to-market, to the launch. We launched on Kraken, KuCoin, Bybit. We hit like a 1.3 billion FDV, I think, at one point. So that was kind of like my responsibility there. And then from there, yeah, I had always wanted to do my own project. I don't know if you ever feel like you're gonna be ready with this sort of thing, but I just had the bug, and I just knew like if I don't do it, like even if I'm not ready, if I am ready, whatever, I could go to another project. With LimeWire, I think I was like employee 3 or something, so it was super early. With Bitpanda, I went from when I joined employee 50 up to like 100, so kind of seeing a lot of different stages of it. And just, I don't know what happened. It was actually during ETH Denver, talking with people. I was like, okay, I'm just going to do this. And then that's what started. I came home, started planning, was walking around palm trees, saw coconuts, and that's all she wrote, basically. But yeah, there's a lot more kind of behind that, and why gaming and all of that too. But I think we're about to get into that. But that's kind of like my story into Web3.
That's
been here a while.
That's
grand.
grand.
I love hearing people's stories, because one, where would we have ever found that out if 2 nosy podcasters didn't ask that question? Like, it is so cool. Like, first of all, you were like a semi-professional, and you literally signed a contract to do it, and COVID hit. Like, it's almost, is that not crazy though? If that moment in time did
But
not
I
happen?
love also the experience with his fiance.
Yeah, that's so cute. So you both found some.
So you both were living in Vienna, and now you both are here in Miami.
Yeah, we were in London, went to Vienna, went back to London, back to Vienna, and then somehow ended up here in the States. Yeah.
That's
awesome.
I love it. I love
it. Like a full tour.
This is a good example, because I've heard so much this year. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'm done. I'm like, look, you can pack up, sell your things, move to a cheaper place, and start over. Like, you can do it. Like,
it's
do
world's your oyster, right?
Yes.
Yes, it's so true. What made you decide to build a game instead of joining an existing studio?
Yeah, this is actually a good question. Yeah, like I did grow up playing loads of games as a kid, and I think we all did really.
Yeah.
But then when I was kind of like having done with Limelight, we tried so many different products. We actually built so many different products, all consumer based. We onboarded like 1,000,000+ users. We did really well. Obviously, the token launch was great as well. And kind of looking at the landscape and token models that work and that I think are really good and like I always say, like simple and just makes sense. There was a few angles that I thought were really logical for Web3. One of the big ones actually was, and this is like a true kind of random origin story, but when I was still playing sports, we would always have like really long bus rides to away games. And what we would often do is just pull up chess.com and then everyone, like literally the physical version of what we're doing now, but online, everyone would throw in like €5, whatever, €10 into the pot, and then we play chess tournaments on the bus.
Oh, fun.
And to me, that just kind of made so much sense to do online, and it does exist in Web 2 pretty successfully and for a lot of companies. But there wasn't really kind of a good Web 3 version that I found. And then I think there's also some really good token models that you can build into that as well in terms of incentives, retention loops, actual bonuses for users that actually do something, but also value accrual models where it's not just entirely social and community strength driven, where you can actually put proper volumes into a simple model that's going to accrue value. So yeah, that kind of like was the combination of all of that. I'd just done a token. I'd been playing these casual games for real money, and to me, it just made a lot of sense in the space. So that's kind of what actually came to it, despite not having really like a traditional gaming background from a big studio or something to lean into.
I love that.
I really love that.
What would you say out of all of that, the hardest moment has been?
Oh, I think like all entrepreneurs know there's like very high highs, very low lows, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to pick. I do remember that there's always one that stands out. So we started building originally like our games for Telegram, and one of the big things that we had was we had been building up to this huge launch of one of our mini apps, and we had been working on it for months. We had gotten like so much traffic already so far. It was all ready to go. We launched it. It was going great. And then just like immediately we were obviously getting attacked, like in terms of like people trying to hack us, people trying to attack the servers and so on. And I just remember like, obviously we were prepared for it and it was fine, but it just like really annoyed you because, you know, you put in so much time and effort and then you're ready for the bad actors, but when they actually come, it still really bothers you. And we managed to stay online, but like performance suffered and there was literally nothing, you know, we had prepared for like 10x worst case scenario and it was worse than that. And I just remember thinking like, damn it, like we put so much time into this for someone else to put this much time into trying to like get over what we had put a lot of time into. That one really sucked. But you live and you learn, and I think at this point like you always have to take the bright side, don't you? Because at this point we've seen like almost any possible vulnerability and exploit and hack, and like if you learn something from it, then you've still won, right? So at the time it sucked because it was really annoying. We were super excited, but you know, it made us better for where we are today as well. So shout out those guys from Iran. I think they were. It was crazy.
No.
Jesus. But I can feel you on that. I mean, I remember the minute that I also like I launched my project for the hackathon. The product was there. Like next day I literally had to go to sleep because I was dead. And when I woke up, like the first thing it came out, it was like error, emergency. And I'm like, oh my God, no. And I had to go into, you know, the project and just like try to find other things to protect, you know, like the project code and everything that was going on. and it happens. It's like they're looking, they're watching. It's crazy. It's crazy. But
Yeah.
this is the great part about talking with people that are building, in the ecosystem, and they're trying different things, and it's not only, I think that there's a bunch of people that I met through hackathons that have built so many different products, and then they actually got one product to set, like, finally, like, this is exactly what fits me as a builder, and I think it fits also my audiences. And it, you can see when it's that product that that the founder feels comfortable. And I
Mm.
really think that we're seeing that in you, Ben. But what almost could have made you quit, and why it didn't?
Yeah. I mean, there's so many moments like similar to every kind of like attempted exploit or every big rollout you work up towards, and then it goes live, and something that's been working locally and in testing for months suddenly breaks. Like any of those moments are the ones where you're just like, what is the point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We also one time we had this one actually really sucked. We did our PFP sale and we sold out. I think we were, how everyone always comes up with some random record that they have where they just like, I think
Yeah.
this was just after Magic Eden integrated Avax. I think we were the first Avax project to sell out on Magic Eden, which was
What?
like really cool. But then we had a community member reach out because someone had somehow managed to, I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't want to say it like wrong, but he basically had bought a load of NFTs, but had somehow managed to get scammed in the process afterwards.
Yes.
And like that one just really sucked because it's like we've done
Yeah.
something great. Someone liked what we were doing. They came to us, wanted to buy our product, and then they just got screwed over. And that one really sucked because I just really felt for him. Like it really kind of ruined the moment a little bit, which was awful. But yeah, there's lots of different things. I can't think of any exact one that makes you fully want to quit. But I think like, I mean, for me as well, kind of coming from like a pro sport background, you're never going to do well in anything that you do if you give up, and like that's just never an option. And I'm pretty confident in saying that anything I do, like you just get that mindset. You're like, worst case scenario, you just never give up, because that's the one thing you can control is if
Yeah.
you give up, and then you just failed yourself. So yeah, anything I do, I would never give up on. But I think then there's a difference on being smart and strategic as well. And I think one of the things that always sticks with me is, I don't remember the exact quote, but it's something like, if something's not working or whatever, just keep going until you've done so much volume that it's like statistically impossible that you won't have found a way to make it work or whatever. You know that
Right.
one? It's
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
that. Like just keep trying hundreds of thousands of times, and like you literally will find a way to make it work. So if you give
Yeah.
up, you're going to close the door on that option. So why would you give
Yeah.
up?
And
Exactly.
I feel like it has happened also. I don't know if any of you, but I feel like when it really feels like it's really hard,
When it feels like that, that's when you're about to.
that's where, and knowing this, like when you are like, this, that factor, you're like, maybe I'm close.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm close. Maybe all of this, is in some shape or form a part of this process. And I think that is why, like, most people kind of like stay on, because if I stop now, like, I already, like, I'm gonna lose everything I have survived,
Yeah.
all that time, all that effort, all that, so many things that have empowered me to be the way that I am today, and how
Yeah.
different are, right? So
Yeah.
And if you even just think in like the universe, like the fact that we're even here, there have been trillions and trillions of different things that have happened for you just to be here. That
Yes.
if you like just decide to stop, in the next half a second, there's going to be a trillion other things that are happening all around you that might be
Yeah.
the one. And if you're
And
the
yeah.
one that closes the door on that, you'll never know. So why would you stop?
Exactly. That, and I just think that there's always a different, like, if you sometimes are on that track so hard, there's always maybe a different way to look at it that maybe you didn't think of before because you were so focused in one direction. I think, you know, like you guys were saying, is like when it gets that hard though, it truly is when it's like that aha moment of like, oh my God, I've been looking at it so complicated. And this one little small piece was what I needed to get over that hurdle. Like it's a whole thing. But we did have a question. We are about to go into segment 3, which is talking more about building a game in today's market. But we did have a question from Creeks. He says, hi, Ben. Does Kokomo Games Collectible have any future benefits? And I don't know if we had that question in here. So.
No. Well, that depends which collectible is meant. But if you mean our PFPs, the Kokomo, so like the one that's behind me, then yeah, like the main utility is still coming. That's going to be linked to our token. So we're gonna have some airdrops for the PFP holders, and we already have lots of different utility for those holders in the sense of if you hold one, the idea is that it's kind of like the Bored Ape of our ecosystem. It's like you're the VIP, you get access to all the best things. So actually, we talked about it earlier. Tomorrow we have our weekly community event. And if you have one of the Kokomons, for example, we do a holders only section at the beginning where you get better prizes, you get better opportunities, basically. So we have lots of different things like that. If it's about any of the other collectibles in the platform, then those two count towards your XP in the ecosystem. And then as you gain XP, you can unlock loot boxes. And when you have your loot boxes, you can open them for different things like spins and boosts and stuff like that as well. So that's like the broad answer. And it depends whether it's the collectibles or the PFPs, but the main kind of utility, I think, with the PFPs that's still to come is going to be linked to the token. Yeah.
Ooh, I just get excited talking about NFTs. I have a bunch in my wallet, and it's embarrassing how many I have. But
do you
okay.
Do you have one of ours? Do you have one of the Kokomons?
So when I was looking at them, I didn't have Avax in the sense of like Avax on Magic Eden. And OpenSea will allow you to take any currency and it will like basically swap it over for you. So I think I went to swap. ADHD is strong in this one. So I forgot and never went back, but I'm like looking at them now. But I could mint one live later if you guys want to see. So, but
it's so good. We can find you.
I have been looking.
A cute one.
I want a girly. I know. I'm like looking for like a super cute girly on here. But
they're all super cute. I love them. Even like my one who's the cool one, I just still think he's cute.
I love them. Okay, I don't want to. I hate like comparing to like other things out there, but like my kids were obsessed with Moana, and when she's like fighting the Kokomora, and there she's like coconuts, you know, and like hitting them with that paddle, like that's all I think about. So I'm trying to find a super cutie one. But we do have people over here that are on the arena. They're really excited to see you. They're like, Betty is the best. That was from, please don't let me butcher your name. It's not, but it's like Tafa Crypto. He's like, I love Ben.
Shout out Tafa. Yeah. Shout out Tafa. I'll see him tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. So.
Ah, fun. Okay, so let's dive in. We're talking now about building a game in today's market. We are now showing, this is your website. I love how like the realism is there. It's kind of just like a fun, like you were saying, Kokomo vibe. So what do people underestimate about making a game?
Yeah, wow. There's so much more that goes into it. And again, like I said, I don't come from like a traditional studio background, but we worked with some of the best designers and advisors and executive producers in the space. Like one of our advisors, he was on Candy Crush, Pokemon, like Monopoly, like huge games. Our game designer, he was at Riot and Activision. He worked on like COD Mobile and League as well, for example. So we kind of like knew coming into this that was one of our blind spots. So let's bring in some experts on that side of things. And in the process, I've learned so much about it. I would honestly say that people really underestimate game design. And when I say game design, people usually, like if I said it to like someone in the street, they'd think you just mean like the art or whatever. But I mean like the actual systems designs and economy designs and things like that. Like most games, they start from a spreadsheet. and I didn't know that, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
If you actually think about that. So I think that's like a large thing that people underestimate, and it's also something that's really hard to get right. But thinking about like your economies, your systems designs, your XP, your loops, etc., that's actually a way bigger task than you can imagine. And so we try to keep it simple. I know I keep saying simple, but again, like it's mega complicated. I personally didn't really know that, and it's been
Yeah.
awesome learning from all the cool people we have in the team and around the team. So I don't know, maybe that's like a cool fun fact. Like a lot of games start from spreadsheets, or like the actual kind of design of them starts in a spreadsheet. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. It is
Yeah.
really cool. I don't think that a lot of people get that window into like what it takes to build a game. Like I remember before coming into Web3 and working with like a team that I was working with, they had, you know, the game devs, and I had that fortune to get to sit in there in Discord and watch them build, and they were really nice to like answer my questions and things like that. But I didn't realize like how much went into it, like how sending an update can actually break 3 things in the process of doing so. And then now you're back here, you got to go backwards. And, you know, being on the front end, maybe not understanding what goes into a game, or understanding that a lot of games take 5+ years to actually make. Like, I feel like in crypto, you're under this lens and you're building so much faster, and you're showing every single step, and you're putting things out, not saying when they're not ready, just like when the next step comes to update, then that, you know, there's so many things. So
yeah, it's so true. It's so true.
Well, I guess I accidentally built that up, but Luana, ask it.
How do you decide what feedback to listen to?
This one's so good. Feedback is great. Like everyone knows that for successful, or at least what I see, and I listen. I spend hours. I listen to hundreds of different podcasts. Read 100 different things about people who build consumer apps, and just try to learn from them. And one of the key themes in building something good, obviously, is your feedback processes and your feedback loops, and exactly how do you decide what to listen to.
Yeah.
And I don't know the right answer. I don't think anyone knows. The best thing, you want to just try to have a reproducible process that you can then use to benchmark, compare against like the future responses and so on. So that's something we try to do. We try to keep things that are reproducible and comparable to each other. And you kind of see that a lot of common things will emerge, and that's one way that you can filter stuff out. If you keep seeing like one thing, for example, and then you can compare it back against the last feedback loops that you've been through, that's like a good way to try and filter things out. But then also, obviously, if everyone keeps saying add MBA to the prediction platform, you're like, that's a really easy one that you listen to. But one of the things, kind of going back to the game designers, and this was actually talking with one of our advisors who was an executive on Candy Crush. One of the things that he told me was, sometimes people don't know that they don't want something, and so even if they're screaming like I want this, you sometimes have to just trust your gut on it, that they don't actually want it, and that if you do it, it's going to go badly. And those are the hardest decisions to make, which I think there's a name for this. It's like a concept. There's like something in psychology or something about like wanting something you don't actually want or whatever. But also in game dev, I forget the name for it, but those ones are really, really fun, because you're like, I don't know, the guy keeps asking for it, but I don't think he wants it.
There's like this time where you realize that people do give you feedback and they haven't even tested the product either. You know, you're like, so where did you see that? How can I fix that? And you're like, oh, I haven't actually played the game. It's just
But you know what? Shout out Van Ho, because the suggestion you made, I don't know if you saw, we implemented it already the other day, and that was great.
I did. I got so confused. I was like, I don't know where you said it was live. I was looking for it, and I was just like,
It's that thing where if you've looked at something every day for like 2 years, to me, obviously it's obvious. I'm like, oh, it's right here.
Yeah.
But then like just having a fresh set of eyes or perspective or ideas sometimes can be like you're like saying the light bulb thing, that you're like, oh, okay, that was so obvious. Like obviously.
This is exactly, you know, how you can really, you know, filter what's the real signal and what is going to be just, some simple
Yeah.
feedback. And I think that I prioritize feedback in terms of
Like how fast?
from users, from the builders, or people who have like solved similar
Mhm.
problems. Everything else feels more like a sentiment instead of a strategy. And that is like how it is. A lot of people also came. I asked for a lot of support when I was doing hackathons, and people will come, but they were building something that it was not related to anything closer to what I was doing. So I was just like, probably in the system of integrations or stuff like that it will work, but really knowing exactly what's happening in the whole thing, it's
and there's a bit of an art
and
to
also
that
your
as well.
vision.
You're kind of like, you can imagine the infrastructure in your head, and what we were saying about you push one thing and it breaks three other things, and you're like, yeah, this is a great idea, but I don't want to shoot you down. No, it's not gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly. I did want to say, just being respectful of time, I know that we are over the hour. Are you good to continue?
No, I'm good. We're having fun. We're
You're
still
good
here.
to continue.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to be
okay,
sure,
perfect.
like normally we're
No,
good
all
about
good.
an hour, but we're good in this.
We can go to the segment 4 where we talk more about the community and future of Kokomo, and then that way we
Speed it
can
through a little bit.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
more about itself.
I think the
So
most
maybe
important question is, how can the community get involved right now?
Yeah, so I'd say like the two main things we have live right now are the skill gaming platform. So that's where you can play your snake games against your friends or join the tournaments. We also have the instant win mode coming soon, which is I'd say like one of the coolest things we're excited about. That's on play.kokomo.games, so you can play for free. You can check it out. You can challenge your friends for free. I'd say like that's probably the most logical place to get started to kind of figure out what's going on. And then right there where you see Pick'em football predictions, that's our new football prediction platform. And speaking of feedback and like understanding what to follow or whatever, this was one where we saw that on Twitter every time we talked about football. I'm saying football, not soccer. People loved it, and we would have comments sometimes with like, we do guess the score, whatever, and we'd get 100+ comments on a tweet, and we're like, okay, that's crazy. So let's build out a cool platform for that. So that's actually super new right now. We're talking with a lot of cool partners about doing different activations around that. You have leagues on there if you want to just compete against your friend who can get the most correct score predictions or winners per week and stuff like that. So that's on pick'em.kokomo.games. And then of course we have like our NFTs. Tomorrow, make sure like everyone that's listening, it's totally worth you guys tuning in. Similar sort of time tomorrow, we do our weekly community event. We give out prizes. It's a lot of fun. We do duck races. We do a bunch of different things. That happens every Wednesday. And then of course with build mode, we're cooking up a lot of different things. So I'd say like stay tuned on all the different things coming. We do have a game night coming on Thursday night as well, which we were just discussing before this. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Are we gonna 1v1 in all of this, or like, I don't know, we'll figure it out.
I'm down to beat some booty. I want to say in game night you'll hear me, a whole other version of me. I'm sorry now.
But you know what? Publicly, I just wanted to invite. So if there's anyone that want to participate in the game night with us and go 1v1, I mean, happy. I'm happy.
Yeah, we will.
We'll
be streaming
taking all challenges.
Yeah,
we will be streaming this, so it's going to stay in our memory.
Oh yeah,
forever.
we'll clip some stuff for you guys if you can't make it, but if you can, love to have you. I'm just really excited. I see Tetris on here. I see. Oh, hold on. Why am I looking at that screen trying to squint? But Ludo, Higher, Lower, Snake, Pick'em, Flappy Dunk, and Plinko. So.
The floppy dunk.
I'm so bad at those games, but my son. Oh, maybe I should get my kid in on this. He does this for like
that's
weird. Is it? I'm gonna set him up with his own account, and he's gonna make mama some money because he's good at it. He's on like level 5 of some new Flappy Dunk type game, and I'm like,
yeah.
You know what? Like, Van Hofer
we have a
on
couple
game night.
Community champions. Shout out KD, he knows who he is. But if we have to put forward, if you're putting your son in, I'm putting KD in for me. So
Hold on, you guys. Should I bring my son to game night? I think he'd kill it. I made him a Discord. So.
Isn't it
He
too
will.
late? It's like 8
He's
p.m.
really good.
Actually, I'm CST, so it's 7 p.m. for us, and his
You
bedtime's
can
10.
stay up late
so-
tonight, son. Go make mama some money.
She's a modern mom. She's a modern
Hold on,
mom,
though. Like, why did
so-
I never think to put my kids in on game nights to win a little extra cheddar? Like, my kid in Off the Grid, he would bring me more than 10 sweaters.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. Yeah.
It's
Wanted
like those
to say
TikToks, you know,
hi.
where they put like the hands around the person from behind and they try and do stuff. You should do that with your son.
That's
Like, his
literally
hands
it.
are, like,
He should
around you.
sit here. You see hot Cheeto fingertips. That's literally what it would be. So
No, when did your
So,
hands get so
I really-
small?
he's a hoot. Like, if you guys even think I'm an ounce of funny, I produced this with somebody else funny. So he is like prime. His teachers will tell me like jokes of the day and stuff, and I'm like, whose kid is this? This is not my kid. He's hilarious. Like, but I see Colin.
The screams. The screams. Is
Oh,
hilarious,
he's autistic and he games, and so if my door is a crack open, you hear him just the happy squeals and screaming. And but people are like, "Is your kid okay?" I'm like, "That's happy autism at my house."
best
You're
time,
like,
yeah,
"That's
yeah.
good, yeah." But I did want to say hi to
Yeah.
Colin in the arena. He said he's really happy to see us back. I think that's really sweet. Zob, he also said hi. I love my girl up in here, Miami.
Yeah.
It's Mammy Mimi. She's into wrestling, but she's asking, like, is this game on Avax? Yes, it is. But yeah, it's super exciting.
And we have Big C here. Lonzo has been here. Crix is here. Tyler from Fort Block Games is looking forward also to checking out Kokomo. So super happy. I saw Walt there.
Walt, he said,
Walt.
Arc Raiders, are you ready? Luana said, hey, don't shoot.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a funny.
Don't shoot. Don't
We're
shoot.
friendly.
Yeah. We're friendly. Yeah, it's so funny, but I really wanted to talk about the Create tournament.
Yes.
So this is like this is a new feature. You can create your own private tournament and receive 5% of the winnings.
Yes.
So how this works?
I'm glad you mentioned it. I would have forgotten to mention it, and that's honestly probably one of the coolest things we've launched recently, and maybe some alpha on this as well. We are going to be expanding it further. So basically, what it is, we have public tournaments that run where it's like us, Kokomo, as the host. But then we saw that a lot of people they just wanted to play with their own small group of friends. So we built out a feature where you can create your own tournament. You click, you basically select if you want to play for free or if you want to play for a buy-in, and then you select how many people can come in the tournament. And the incentive for creating the tournaments is that whoever starts it and basically like invites everybody, they're going to get 5% of the total prize pool. So actually the idea here is that for creators or even people that just want to play with their friends or their communities or whatever, it's like a cool way that you can create a tournament, play, invite people, maybe even win from playing, and then either way, you're going to make some money back out of the prize pool from it. So I think like I put a tweet out yesterday about obviously InfoFi leaving a lot of people with kind of streams that they were, using to make some extra money. Like this is also like a pretty cool little alternative, and you can have some fun playing while you're at it. We just launched it, so it's just soft launched. It's 5% right now. I'm thinking we might even increase it at some point. But then the next feature that's coming after that as well is that not only the tournament creators are going to earn from the prize pot, but we're also going to introduce a feature which, still deciding the name, you guys tell me. We were maybe just thinking of calling it Coco Shillers or like Coco Scouts. But the way that would work is that you don't even have to enter the tournament. You can just promote tournaments for other people, kind of like in like boxing or something. You have like the promoters for the boxing match. But then people can come in and earn from the prize pool from just promoting the actual tournaments as well. So that's the next thing that's coming later on, which I think is pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, I really like the fact that you're like integrating, different types of like, games. Like, you have like the multiplayer aspect, and also you're interacting with a 1 versus 1, which it makes it even more like competitive.
Mhm.
And this is all about what it was like. It's all about the skills. So your performance is what is really going to,
I'm like Coco more,
make you make
Coco money,
money.
Coco money.
Coco money.
Yeah, exactly. No,
Okay.
There we
it's
go.
fun. Like so many people gamble and stuff, and like I don't know, no one wants to just get. Maybe you'll win a couple times, but over time you're gonna get burned by the house. So why not just play a skill game instead? Where
Yeah.
it's entirely on you. And that's where the single player mode that I mentioned that we're building out is going to be super cool because we're building out this mode which kind of feels well, it's obviously less, it's not reliant on PvP on other people being there. But it's actually like a way to challenge yourself and like beat your own scores, and then we basically offer you kind of prizes based on if you can beat your own score and like keep getting better type thing. So that's going to be a cool game mode as well that we're working on as well.
I love it.
I love that. I love that. I think there's like a lot of cool things that are gonna be coming towards. And what's coming in the next 3 months? Do you have like
Yeah.
any roadmap? I don't want you to tell me the whole roadmap, but maybe like something that you really believe you will like to,
Yeah.
push through.
No, exactly. So we like I said, we kind of have been finishing a lot of stuff in January as opposed to starting with a lot of stuff in January. But the biggest things I would say in terms of product unlocks that are still to come, we just launched Create Tournaments, and then the next one is going to be whatever we end up calling it, Tournament Chiller or Tournament Scout or whatever. That's going to be kind of an earning opportunity for people. On the gaming side, we have the single player mode coming up. It's going to be called Instant Win. Effectively, the way it works is it kind of judges how good you are, and then it gives you target scores, and if you beat them, you earn money, basically. So that's going to be one of the big things. Obviously, this year the World Cup is coming out, so we have our pick game for football. That's partly why we started doing it now, so we can start testing things, but we're going to be planning some big stuff around the World Cup as well. Also working on some cool partnerships around there, so stay tuned. People in the Avax community will love to see them, the things that are coming and the partners we're talking to around that. And then I guess like the next final big thing is that on the tech side, right now we're browser based. We're going to be rolling out mobile apps as well. Everyone's asking for them. It's going to be way better for us as well. Retention is super hard to do on browser based games versus mobile app games. So that's really important for us. So that's coming too. And I was going to say 3 things. I'm literally counting on my hand. I'm at 5 now already. But the last one that I want to mention is that we are going to be launching some special tournaments where we are basically sponsoring prize pool. It's USDC. All you got to do is show up and play, free to enter. We're calling those the Kokomo games, and they're going to be coming very soon, actually. So in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, stay tuned on our Twitter. That's going to be announced very soon, and that's going to be a cool one for us because we're also going to be doing some stuff around it with you guys to promote it and so on. So we're excited for that one. That should be a cool one to kick off the year with.
Yeah, I'm really excited for all of this. I was telling Luana, like, I'm really excited because I'm so in this period of my adult life. I keep saying this. I think I'm 21 still. It's a real big thing. But I'm coming into this period of my life where nostalgia is such a jarring thing. Like, people are like, did you know that Nintendo came out like X years ago? And you're like, ooh, like, you know, you're like, so I was Googling, like, when did the Snake first come out? And it was like 2000. And I'm like, I thought it was 1997. Like, I'm missing years here, but I'm really excited to just like sit down and play some nostalgic games. I told you, like, Tetris is still my shit. Like, if I have time on my phone, like, everything's paid nowadays, you know? So like, I don't really just have these on my phone anymore. I had Solitaire at one point. Like, I'm kind of excited, like, in my adulthood, to put my money on it and be like, look how good I am or not good I am. So I don't know. I'm excited for game night. I don't know which one we're choosing yet. I don't know. Well, maybe Tetris.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. The games are available in both mobile and PC. right now.
because it is browser based, making it available anywhere, which is
Oh yeah. Well,
godsend.
actually, to once you want to play, you can enter. Once you want to play, you got to switch to your phone for now. But you can browse on desktop. So you can
Ooh,
do
okay.
everything, and
Good
then just like the very moment when you go into play, you have to do it on mobile. That's also to make things more fair for people. So we are. This is
I
another
like it.
thing. I was going to say like in roadmap, I can go on for ages, but we are going to have some like desktop games coming as well. But
Let's go.
obviously.
I'm a desktop player,
You
and
guys are
sometimes people don't like.
well. If you're wanting desktop, there is a emulator called BlueStacks, and there's different versions of it. So look at your PC and everything like that. But basically, you can have your phone on your computer, and you can play games from it from your desktop. And that's what I used to do with the mobile game I worked with. So it might be a solution other than your
Oh,
phone.
okay. So I can. Okay, so that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I've heard other things about different emulators. Or is it emulator? I might be saying it wrong. My bad. It's been a while
We know what
since
you're
I've mobile
saying,
games.
emulator.
Okay. I wasn't even near it, but I got it. Okay, you got it.
Oh my god.
I'm like, why? I haven't used it in so long. It's not even installed, but I will
Don't worry.
definitely play this game now.
But this is the time of when
Oh,
we have our
our
lighting
favorite.
round. Our
Are you ready?
favorite. I am ready.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Is Ben ready?
Is this for me or are you guys answering too?
No, it's a lighting round. You are going. This is Ben edition. Okay, Ben edition. So it's
Okay,
gonna be very
cool.
fast. You just have to like give us like a fast response. It can be like only one word. It can be 2 words. Not too much to fill up. Okay.
All right.
Cool.
Who starts?
I like this one. What's your favorite game of all time?
Favorite game of all time would be World of Warcraft. I'm thinking like Burning Crusade era, like pretty
Okay.
old.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
All right.
okay.
People got married from that game.
Yeah,
Too
I
much.
made money from it. I would sell my in-game gold to people in real life for real money as well. And I was
Until they caught on. Dead.
PvP or PvE?
PvP for sure. Get wrecked.
Yeah.
Live.
Get
Have
wrecked.
PvP.
Get
Yeah.
wrecked.
LSU.
Yeah.
Ship fast or polish forever. Why not both?
Fast. It's a no-brainer. Fast, polish later, fix and break, go fast
Yeah.
again. Do everything fast. Just keep going fast.
Yeah.
Okay, Discord or X?
Ugh.
Ugh.
This is how you
It's supposed to
know.
be lightning round. X. I would just say X. I don't know. I don't have much.
At
logic
least
on
I
it.
can get
Go next.
entertained there, and I'm not the victim there. One word to describe Kokomo's future.
I was thinking about this. I would say up, like kind of random, like kind of vague, but it can mean a lot of things. But like I don't know.
Only
I started
up.
playing a lot of tennis recently, and like to decide who serves first, you're like, do you vote like up or down? Maybe not. Maybe this is completely missing the mark. But like everyone says up, and I love that when people say up. It's so positive.
Okay,
I love it.
I love
Okay,
it.
I love it. I
Do you
love
play
it.
pickleball?
A little bit, but no, it's
Tennis
not.
is more.
No.
Yeah.
It's really cool. It's tiring though.
It's fun, and people hate on it, but
It's
until
fun.
you go play with like a 60-year-old
When you play with
grandma
really-
and destroys you, then you're like, yeah,
Dude,
this is not
what
easy.
Yeah.
We went to like some pickleball courts here in the city, and when I tell you, we were like 2 against 1, Papa, and I was like, oh, we got this, and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
he's like, I was like,
Yeah. Grandma beats down on you, and you're like,
sound,
damn.
bro.
oh man,
What?
and Grandma brings like her best tennis outfit to every match. You're like, okay,
Mhm.
I'll flee, Grandma. Like it's another. But when I tell you, when I realized all of these things,
I
sitting there,
know.
I was like,
I had a very similar experience. I got invited to this it was like a pickleball ladies type of thing. And it was my aunt's meetup in West Palm Beach. And
Ooh.
I was like, okay, so they were, playing and I see this, ladies, they are all in their 50s. I'm like, okay, I can make this happen. Girl, when I'm telling you this 50-year-old woman where like Arnold Schwarzenegger, I was like, what's going on? I was
Yeah.
sweating. I was like it was bad.
It's crazy. I mean, we actually played for a little bit. Our gym had like pickleball courts put up, and like me and my husband would be the only ones there. And then all of a sudden, the geriatric community found out, and they were all there. And there was this one lady. I would watch her as I was walking because I like to watch it. I like to play it. It's like watching like ping pong on like the national level. They're like, you're like.
And they're so good, and they will let you know as well. Like the worst thing is when they start talking smack, and you're like, oh man, like
Oh,
yeah.
they're so much better than me.
They're giving you tips, and you're like,
I got bullied. It was
Yeah.
so bad. It was so
So
bad. But this was an amazing conversation. This was amazing 1 hour. Really learn a lot about you, Ben, and definitely about Kokomo and everything that is coming. We're super excited to have this awesome activations coming up and a lot of surprise. If you want to participate from now, actually, you can come to the Telegram. We're going to be dropping here. I'm going to create a Telegram for activations in game nights, so that way we separate them for like natural chat, so you guys can actually, we will drop all the Kokomo announcements and events, so you guys can join in. But thank you so much for joining in.
Yeah, we really appreciate you.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me, and thanks to everyone that listened. And yeah, lots of stuff coming up, right? So
yeah,
we're going to be announcing a lot. Lots of game nights, lots of fun, lots of prizes. Excited to get the word out and show more people the world of Kokomo.
Yeah,
I'm still sitting here shocked knowing that you are a professional basketball player. Like what?
Yeah.
Like, I never would have known.
I challenged the whole of Web3 to 1v1s. So maybe that's what we should add on.
Oh my God, you really need to connect with Ballin. Do you know Ballin? But you need to connect with Ballin.
Yeah,
okay.
We'll connect you to the basketball community of Avax. Like I think that you will love it. Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I haven't played. Truth be told, I haven't played in like 2 years, and we were talking about this the other day. It's like the weirdest thing. I have zero desire to either. Like you do something so much, you're like, yeah peace.
yeah, you were done. But I mean, look at the direction that it brought you to. Like it's so wild to think that. I think COVID was pivotal for a lot of us. Like, I probably would still be in photography with my own business, like a little sad, like with the way people treat you sometimes. Like, I feel like there's definitely
be buying gold and silver.
She got a silver bar. She's proud of it. It's gonna be worth gold.
No. I was working doing that before COVID.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
good time to be a piece of gold at the moment. Yeah.
If I wish in that time it was like definitely more cheaper than it was now. I think I bought my silver bar, a few silver bars, like it cost me like 250.
Oh yeah, now look, it's probably worth a lot more.
Well, when I was doing that investment competition as a kid, we were very long Bitcoin.
Let's go.
Did you get an A? Did you get an A in your project? Like, are you going to type him right now and be like, look, see what I mean? Like, a Bitcoin would have done real well. Can I get an A off that?
Get
an A. But, you know what? I was going to read the outro, but I think that we'll just say thank you for coming to BUIDLmode. We had a lot of people between Arena and X with questions and comments, and thanks for laughing about my emulator joke.
I saw someone in the chat on that too.
I know there's like 4 of them between both. I'm like, it's fine. Everybody knows me, so it's fine. But yeah, thank you for comments, questions, resharing the room, anything. Appreciate everybody here with the eyes on the prize, and we hope to see you guys Thursday, and maybe we can kick your butt then. But we will see you guys later. We'll have another podcast Friday, game night Thursday.
Oh, yeah.
Are we supposed to be doing something tomorrow?
No, it's our day off.
Announcing the game night.
Oh,
we
yes.
won't forget to do that.
Yes, we will. Don't worry.
We will.
We will.
But thank you so much, everybody. Have a great day, and see you Thursday.
See you Thursday.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.